Hello, hello. I'm going to be playtesting Skeleseller, but first I need to make a local metrics server, I think. Hey, Phil. And hey, Galaxy Inferno. Congrats on getting first. Okay, so we have a URL and a password. And I have this set here. I want to... how do I want to do this? I think I want to set this to be HTTP localhost 5000. And for the password to basically just not matter. Like the local version doesn't check for a password? That sounds silly. I should just set a password and just have it be something specific, right? I was so outraged I couldn't play test. Wait, what? You can play test. Oh man, I'm debating on how worthwhile it is to do this. There's another thing I could potentially do here. I could have all runs target the real playtest server and then just filter by my ID. I think that's a bad idea. Yeah, I should just go with a local server. Okay, fine. All right, so how do we do this? So don't worry about if metrics are enabled or not. We're just always going to do this. Well, actually, no, that's stupid. It's really stupid. Metrics should be enabled, but they should be enabled on a debug version too. Oh, you're not home. I got you. Okay. But you do plan on trying it? Because I know you play the original challenge mode a good amount, and I'm really appreciative of that. And I wonder how you'll feel about the new challenge mode. Okay, so this is looking good, and then we just need to pass the right password over. So how do we do this? I mean, I guess what we could do is we could just set the password to set through release tool, and everything would probably work. Oh man. All right, how do we do that? Let's go take a look. Do I have the server running? Where's the server? Server, where are you? Ah, metric server, here it is. Okay. I'm gonna try to run this. I think it's gonna fail. No, it's not gonna fail. I set it to Hunter 2. Okay, well, we're not gonna set it to Hunter 2. We're gonna set it to this. That's still Hunter 2. That. And then we're gonna run this. As soon as I figure out how, python server.py. That doesn't sound good. Cannot open server, no file or directory. What? Hello? What? Where did this code go? Am I not in this directory? Code, Godot, Skeleseller, tools, metrics server. Do I need to like go out and back into this? Yes? What? That's super weird, right? What could possibly cause that? I think maybe if my external drive disconnected, that this would refer to something that's stale, but it would never tell me that it's stale. Anyway, whatever. Hey, yourself. Absolutely. Does it still make sense to record commentary even if I already played it the old bunch? You mentioned others it could be helpful. So it's hard to say because I think the most value is going to be from totally new eyes. So let me think about this. Yeah, probably not. But let me say it with a caveat. Caveat is that you still type any important thoughts you have on Discord. That would be great. So if you're like, new mode is fun, nothing super surprising. I don't know. That can be it, and maybe that's fine. If you're like, oh, I got stuck somewhere, or I don't like the meta perks, or anything like that, but probably seeing the like minute by minute playthrough is probably not super important. But thank you for asking. So yeah. Okay, what was I gonna do? So we got this set up. I just need to run server. Well, it's the other way around. Okay, so the password should be set through the release server, like literally set through the release server. So now if I were to run this, I change this? Yeah, I did change this. All right, so if I were to run this, it'll go record something. All right, let's open up the database. It's currently empty. We're gonna complete a run, and it should go into my database. Oh, no, 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 no. This is not right. I want to run this. And then I can do my own playtesting here. I want to do it only once I have metrics in, so I don't need to worry about this. All right, so we just click this button, and if it's in the database, then we're good. It is not. It says successfully uploaded. Where did it upload it? Oh, I'm in the wrong database.
Whoops.
We got to open Skeleseller, tools, metrics. Metrics. There it is. Okay, so that's right now, right? Yes, good. All right, so now we're going to delete this because I don't want this here. And we're going to play for real. Yay. Okay, so let's check this in. DB journal. What's that? Is that like I have the database file open? I'm just going to git ignore that. Add to git ignore. Done. Okay, so upload metrics locally when on dev build. I think it's good to have my own run history. Oh yeah, what happens if we don't have the server running? Let's turn this off. And the game's already closed. Yeah, if I don't have the server running, it should just fail. And it shouldn't freeze anything. So I'm going to click this. I'm going to click go to title screen, click challenge mode, etc. It should have already failed at that point. Exception thrown, connection refused. Perfect. Perfect. I think it's good to have my own run history. Yeah, the password of the server needs to be literally to set through release tool so that it matches the project.godot configuration. Okay, so that looks good. That looks good. And that looks good, except for we're going to put this in the other way around. And I know it directly matches what this other flag is too, but that's okay because they might not match in the future. So this is if you're on a dev build or if you're on the playtest build. Any other build, we're not going to try uploading your run. And it wouldn't even work if it did because it tries uploading your challenge mode run and challenge mode shouldn't be accessible. So now that we have this, I'm going to sync that. I can go do the runs myself. We do need to make sure the server is on. Otherwise it won't capture anything. So let's click the refresh button. Yep, there's nothing there. And then let's go get my save file. So delete, 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 delete. I want this one. So this is my save file from when I was doing this stuff. We're just going to restart this. Let's try it out. Let's have fun playing the game. I changed the difficulty level too. So challenge mode, I'm now on level 7. Enemies do more damage. What perks was I using? The storage ones? I think those are pretty good. But let's try some other strategies. I can start with 2 workers. Isn't even worthwhile to do that. I don't know. Customer max speed to 5. And unfortunately, it doesn't tell you how it's going to level up to 5 or what it gets at level 5. Yeah, maybe I should change that. Observations. The meta perks that simply increase the level of another perk should probably show you what the increased levels will do without you having to invest points. Yeah. What do I want? So I've got more workers right now. I should probably get something that's actually going to help me. Let's get the quick move menu. I kind of want to get bolder. I'm going to do that. It's probably really stupid. And what else? I only have 7 points. So I can only afford this row. Yeah, let's get crop variety. And then with the final one, get battle ready. Okay. Neat. I'm ready to start. All right, let's kick it off. So we're going to hire our first adventurer. I want the golem. Yes, nice. We're going to win. We got the golem, and they've got 1 perk. And I'll build my first building, too. Yeah, let's get the farm. I think it's good. Okay, can they even win these battles? Enemies do a bit more damage, but I don't think it's enough to make them stop from winning. Nice, look at that. Boulders a ton of damage. Okay, so 10.5 seconds. I've got a bunch of workers. That is really, really nice. And 13.3 seconds, yeah. The golem's basically a DPS now. It's working great. I don't have space for that. All right, so let's undock these windows. I'm going to shrink them a bit. We'll put them over here. I need to sell some potions. I'm already out of space. Yeah, I'm not going to touch anything. I think they'll all be fine on their own. This is why I got more workers, right? I did touch something in the end. I'm a liar. Alright, so you just got to get some loot. The enemies doing more damage doesn't really mean that the battles take longer. The regeneration takes longer. Hey, Matt. The playtest version is out. Alright, we got our first battle perk. And it's for a bunch of characters we don't have. So let's wait to hire somebody. I'll just put this on the farm. We need to upgrade as fast as we can. Yeah, I don't need any of these things. There's a pepper. Okay, good. Yeah, go buy another bow. Sure. Buy another one, why don't you? No one wants armors. No potions are even dropping. Man, getting less loot is incredibly punishing. I wonder if we should put that later on in the tree. The difficulty track. Alright, nice. Put another one of those over there. No one's buying any armor. I need 14 more gold. We have enough workers. I don't need to go spend 12 potions on a quest. Hurry up and wait. We're almost there. Okay, now we don't have any bows. I'll put these back on the farm. I guess we're not in a rush to get that. We're in a rush to get money. Oh, good. We got plenty of cloaks for you. Yeah. Oh, now I finally don't have space. Okay. Then we will have them put them in here. Nice. Okay, let's get our next adventurer. So what were we offered? None of the ones that we have. Let's get the rogue. There we go. Do that. Put these in. Whoops, not there. Darn it. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. So what's the... We have to get 5,100 by 32 minutes? That actually does sound pretty difficult. Alright, we're making some money. Oh, I guess we should get this now. Are any of these good? I mean, the cleric's already level 2, but I don't know why they're level 2. Just the perk I got at the beginning. I think this is probably pretty good, though. Let's go with that. Oh, man. Why does the game do this to me? I'm going to go the Witch Doctor here. Yeah, I'm not a fan of many of those. Oh, we're losing items. We need more customers. Pretty desperately. Well, at least we got a bunch of potions. That's pretty nice. I should probably just send them all to the next location. They can probably win, right? Yeah, let's hope so. And I have no use for these. Yeah. Alright, another battle perk. We have none of these either. Let's get the Witch Doctor. Are they winning? They are winning. But, like, kind of just barely. Alright, so now we're getting some new items. But I don't have space. Yeah, we just need storage. And we need... Oh, or we could get the garbage slime, I guess. I'll do this. Yeah, I think the storage perks are, like, very important. Very overpowered. So we need a building or an adventurer. Yeah. They lost? Really? Okay. Yeah, that's not good. My battle perks were all offered for adventures I don't have. Yeah, the golem's dying so fast. We need him to survive just for the DPS. They're dead already. Oh my god, they do so much damage. Okay, I think I'm gonna win this one. I don't even really need the loot in town, though. That's the thing. I didn't get very much anyway. It's 2 items. This is so bad. Yeah, maybe... I need to prioritize getting another adventure. Oh, there we go. We can level one of these up now. Okay, it's at least one that I have. 8% haste. Yeah, all this stuff is pretty good. And they immediately get their... If I just got a power bonus, they get a power bonus. I guess they get that health bonus, maybe? I'm not actually sure. Alright, nice. We're selling some weapons. Hello, hello! Hey, everybody. Hey, Kit. Welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. It's nice to see everybody. I have monumental news. This morning, I published a new version of Skeleseller, although it's the playtest version, so this is not publicly accessible, I guess. But yeah, this is the game I've been working on for the last year and a half. And if you want to check it out, it's there on Steam. Is this the idle game? So this is what I would call idle light. What we're doing right now, let me back up a step. So we are playing challenge mode, which I've been working on now for probably about 2 months. There's the story mode. So I'll start a new game here. And oh, no, wait, never mind. Hang on, how do I do this? I'll do this. Okay. Let's go to open. Okay, let me show you the intro cutscene. It'll set the tone. Can you make a custom icon theme for Windows with your game icons? I probably could. Oh, thanks for the resub, kid. All right, so here's the intro cutscene. Unfortunately, you can't see all of it, but yeah, time for my first adventure. So this explains how Skeleseller sort of came to be. You get a quest to go kill a snake. And, well, thank you too, Leap Year Girl. And then you're fighting the snake and you get poisoned. So you head to town for an antidote. But, as you might have guessed by the name Skeleseller, they don't have an antidote. And you die. So anyway, your body just kind of decomposes there on the shop floor. It happens overnight. No one's there. No one moves your body. It's kind of a gruesome town. So this kicks off your journey into becoming a businessman, a business skeleton. Yeah, a month later, you get the land for your town. This is what the demo would do here. So I'll kind of guide you through a little bit of this just to show what the game's about. So I've got the land for Skeleton, but I need adventurers to do battle for me if only I had a guild. So conveniently enough, there's a guild sign right there, and it costs 50 gold. So now you get the guild master here. You can pick who you want to hire. We'll pick the mage. And then you send them into battle. There's a lot of different battle locations you end up unlocking here. So we'll pick the forest. And everything's very laid back in this game, very casual. You do not have to control your adventurers during battle. They'll just fight for you. And I'm playing the real version of this game, so I actually could cheat at this. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit. So when they win, you get items, and you sell those in your town by building up shops. So I've got my potion shop here, and my skeleton will come bring this over. And then customers can come and purchase these items, and I can send my adventurers back into battle. And then you use the money from this to keep upgrading your town, upgrading your adventurers. When we get, I'll put a few of these in the shop here. When we get our first 10 gold, we can build the town hall. Wait for it. I'll speed this up a little bit more, I guess. Yeah. That way we don't need to wait through the whole thing. Okay, so now they should hopefully buy that stuff. Yeah. So I can build the town hall and I can start getting perks. So typical sort of incremental game. Lost audio. Is anyone else not hearing the audio? You should be able to hear the music right now. Sounds fine? Okay, yeah. It ducks when I talk, so it's possible that you can hear it? Okay, cool. Yeah, anyway, okay, so that's the foundation of the game. And what I've been working on for 2 months has been what you get after you beat story mode. This is done in Godot. So after you beat story mode, you'll unlock challenge mode. And this is sort of like Slay the Spire in that you have this concept of like an ascension level here, and each one adds on another little difficulty modifier. So if I just zoom in on this, level 1 is just you have 1 adventure instead of 2, but then you start getting perks for things you don't have, and then the perks cost more, and then you get less loot from battles, and so on and so forth. But you get meta perks that can make the run easier. So if I refund all my points, I've got 50 points here that I can spend however I want. So maybe I want to get a lot of these like cheapo perks. And maybe this build makes sense, maybe it doesn't, I don't know. Anyway, still supposed to be pretty laid back. Then once you kick off the run, so I'm going to resume my run that I was starting, because I'm actually, we gotta stop cheating now. Wait, why can't I stop cheating? Hang on a second. Let's quit the game. Yeah, let's go back into this. Is the amount of time you spent developing this considered a good speed? I'm not totally sure. So one of the difficulties of making this game has been that it's a lot of like game design and then coding and then game design and then coding and so on and so forth. And at no point did I know for sure what the final product would look like. So this actually started as a prototype called Idle Ascendance. And if I mute this thing's music, this is a prototype I made in about 3 weeks. Yeah, why can't I stop cheating? I thought about that as I said it. It's not loading, but if you give it a second, it should eventually load. Huh. For some reason, this has gotten a lot laggier than normal lately, and I don't know why. Let's try just opening up again. Inverno, thanks for the resub. Okay, well, anyway, this won't load. But the point I was going to show is that originally this game was like automated Final Fantasy 1, and the conclusion was that it wasn't fun. With just battles, you kind of just left the game running, and it was like, okay, I guess numbers are going up, but why am I doing this? So we basically turned into battling plus selling stuff. But then even in that journey, it was like, okay, this is a pretty big realization. Yes, we need some other part of the game loop here. But even with that realization, we still didn't have all the different mechanics settled on. So right now you can see I've got a farm here. Like that wasn't in the game until I think February of this year. So I'd already been developing it for like 10 months at that point. Oh, my battles aren't running. Hang on, let's start them at the volcano. I want to actually test this run as I'm talking. So it's important that I have something going on here. Anyway, part of challenge mode is the roguelike game. So not only do you have those meta perks, which are for persistence here, but then also you're presented these options randomly. So you might get upgrades for adventurers you want. You might get them for adventurers you don't have. So in this case, we're offered this ability. I'm actually going to take that. And I'm going to hire another adventurer. Let's go with the archer. And then let's throw the archer into this battle. And I'll let that run for a little bit. I'll finish reading chat. Firebase, that iOS, right? Or is it Linux with iOS emulation? I'm not totally sure what you're asking. Firebase is not involved here. There is no server. And this is not iOS. So, yeah, I'm not totally sure what you're asking about. It's kind of down. Oh, I see. Didn't realize. Oh, I saw Firebase on the page you made. Oh, that's just a link to Firebase. This is, if I were to click this, it would just go to firebase.com or whatever. That was for checking metrics for a different project I was working on. But yeah, I'm not actually using it for this project. Okay, so I'm winning these battles. This customer wants a potion, and they're willing to tip 5 gold. And this one wants a dagger. They don't have a lot of other stuff. I'm going to build something here. This is not good. All right, let's get the warehouse. At least I won't lose items. Looked out of place. Yeah, you could use something like Firebase even for a single player game for maybe a leaderboard or metrics or something. But I actually did just add a metrics server to the playtest. And it should be collecting data right now, actually. Let's take a look. There's no personal data in it. Yeah, there have been 2 runs that have been done. So I just published this an hour and a half ago. And there aren't that many playtesters. So hopefully we get some more data. I do want to know, are people finding it fun? Are they playing through the game? Are they getting stuck somewhere? That sort of thing. Didn't you make it? You can make not good things. How'd the stream go today, Kit? I watched most of yesterday's stream, or was it the day before? Whenever I guess it was yesterday. and there was that call you muted most of it, and I didn't sort of hear the conclusion if that person was in on the scam or not. Can anyone play test it? So anyone can. Oh, interesting. Thank you. Yeah. So anyone can play the demo for free without even involving me. But then the play test, in order to play that, you first need to play the demo to understand what the game's all about, and then just send me a DM on Discord. Just getting help, didn't know it was a scam. Man, it's good that you're doing that, but it's always a shame that it happens. Like, ideally, we live in a world where there are no scams. And no one needs to help anyone else when it comes to scams. Obviously, that's quite the ideal. Got it, I'll do that. Can I stream it? Yeah, you can definitely stream it. The demo has about 2 hours of gameplay. And you're welcome to stream even the playtest as well. But like I said, you have to play the demo first. So I need to get back to you. And then for the playtest, I really, really want to see people's videos of their first runs. And just kind of like, what are they thinking? Are they having fun? Are there any things they're confused about? What can I make better? I have watched a lot of people play Skeleseller at this point. And early on, I took so many notes from everything I saw. Like, oh, hey, that menu option could be clearer. Or, I don't know, we should change the number of crops you start with. Something like that. And they didn't even necessarily comment on that stuff. It's just nice watching people play and absorbing what they're doing and where they're struggling. Husbands played the demo and really liked it. I wonder if you'd be interested in playtesting it. Yeah, so this mode I showed you, this challenge mode thing, I really... The main reason for doing it was to add replayability to the game, because I didn't think people would want to play story mode a bunch of times. And I think kind of generally that's been true. Like, some people have played it a couple times, but most people just kind of stopped after a little bit. Oh, nice. We got the Witch Doctor. You know what? I'm going to send them into here and see if they can win. And I don't think they'll be able to win. But let's try it and let's watch this battle. I'm also going to sell one of these. Yeah, known. What's the playtest window? What do you mean? What level of response do you want? Do you want front-end criticism and comment, or back-end, or the user customer experience? Just wondering. The main thing I want to know is, are people finding the game fun? So it doesn't even necessarily need to be like I don't know, here's how I felt about this individual system. It's mostly just, after playing challenge mode, do you want to keep playing? And for the demo, I don't necessarily need like more feedback. I think we've gotten quite a lot, and it's generally been positive. Also, this is stuff that even someone in the stream could see if they want to. There are reviews for the demo specifically, and they've been positive. I've read through them. Some good stuff in here. So I'm not too concerned about the demo, but the challenge mode represents a little bit of a departure from the main game. Anyway, our goal here is to get 5,100 gold in the next 20 minutes. So I don't know if that's going to be possible, and that's part of what we're testing. And yeah, maybe it's doable, maybe it's not. I don't like these perks. I don't know if I should build something. I should probably, yeah, no, I'll just get another. Okay, harvesting efficiency I like. Unfortunately, we've got almost nothing going on in the town right now. Have very few items. Yeah, I think getting the enchanter might be good. How much time do we have to play test and get back to you? Oh, it's however long you need, basically. Like 2 months if you feel like it, I guess. At some point, the game will launch, and then the feedback won't matter as much. Should we get another adventurer? I guess I hired the Witch Doctor and then never did anything with the Archer. Let's send them into battle. I am going to get the Enchanter. Good. Nice. We were off with the Enchanter. So the Enchanter has a few spells. I can increase customer speed, worker speed, or give a chance of finding more loot. And since we have very little loot, I'm going to go with the chance of finding more loot. Let's shrink that window, put some of these over here. All right, I have the quick move menu. I can just do this. Yeah, so I'm excited. I think it's been fun kind of just playtesting this so far and figuring out what do I need to change, what's working well. The mage is dead. They all died. So much for a loot magnet. All right, maybe we can upgrade one of them. That'll help a bit. But we ideally need more than that. Oh, man. All right, that's decent, too. Do I have any items? I have this. Okay, this is guaranteed to critically eat. Critical eat. I get 17 gold for that. It's nice. Let's dump that. Dump these things over here. Oh, thank you, Leap Year Girl. Welcome as a sub, Mysterious. Very generous of you. Okay, now we're getting some items. They are not guaranteed to win this fight. That's the problem. Do I have boots? No. Alright, we're making some good money. Okay, so check this out. A twist. We can either get fish give gold or free treasure chests. Town perk costs go up or we lose all our skeletons. I'm going to go with this one. I don't want to lose my skeletons. Yeah. Well, that means we got to build a fishing pond. And now they give gold, so I should probably upgrade the fishing pond. Let's get rid of some of these things. I think it's a pretty good one. Now that the fishing specialization is not in the game anymore, I think it's not as good. But yeah, hopefully I get some fishing perks. Because I'm not getting very much wisdom sludge over here. Too bad you don't have a paladin. Double striking those fish. Okay, these characters are able to win this battle though, which is pretty nice. I am not doing very well on time, unfortunately. We have a lot of loot now though. I guess I can get rid of some of these potions. Oh nice, we can get another skeleton. Okay, pretty good. We could actually start the next quest now too. Big life potions and demon helmets. I changed this, but I don't want to do that. I want my archer to just fish everything up. Oh, and it's giving me gold every time they kill one. Plus 5 gold. Nice. October is roughly that feature freeze point. Well, the goal was to get challenge mode into a good state by the end of October. And it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to freeze things, but that's why I was working extra hard. All right, we do have the rogue in that battle, and this would actually help a lot. Because this will give him a 10% chance to dodge pretty much permanently. But plus haste would let me summon more zombies. I'll go with this. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's get... I don't want any of these. That's pretty good. I'll get that one. Do I have any items? Not really. Let's get another adventurer. Yeah, nice warrior. Send you into battle. Actually, send both of you into battle. I guess I'm dumping all of my potions into here. I probably shouldn't be doing that. Alright, nice. We got some loot. Get another town perk. Ooh, max fish. But customer speed. Which one do I go for? I think that one. Yeah, so the goal of today, or at least this afternoon, is just test through this, see if I can, like, what medal I get when I win. Hopefully I at least get a bronze medal here. And just see, is the game fun? Do I find that it's lagging at some points? When I say lagging, I mean pace-wise, not, like, CPU performance. Ooh, all of this is really good. I'm gonna go with this one. Shiny loot. Loot is worth more. Hey, Pretzel. Seem to go live at the exact minute I left to make oatmeal. Plus, then you didn't see it. How many fish do we have? 3? Or, no, 1. 1 is less than 3. Hey, McSource. It's going pretty well. We just launched the new playtest version today. So anyone with playtest access can already play the new game. And I'm trying it out myself. Still a 1 fish. Okay, should I even build the treasure room? I don't think so. Let's just get some town perks. All of these are pretty nice. What do we need? Probably more workers. Yeah, let's go with more workers. There we go. Expanded armor shop sounds pretty good too. Cool, cool, cool. How are we doing on money? We got 13 minutes to get the majority of the gold. If we can upgrade these characters another couple times, in fact, even just getting 1 fish would do that for me. Let's go get the fish. Yeah, nice. Okay, so... Who is best here? Ooh, that's pretty good. That's really good. It's really, really good. Okay, let's see if they can fight in the next area. They're in the jungle right now. Profit is slowly ramping up. Needs to be faster. Alright, so after the jungle would be the waterways. I don't think they're going to win this. I don't think they're that good. Yeah. Alright, how are they doing? They're not doing great. No, yeah, they're doing terribly. I should probably just flee now. I don't think they're going to win. Alright, that's not good. Well, I guess we can stick around in the jungle fighting then. Now I see smiley faces. All I can think about is Adam silently guessing ages. Never reveal your secrets. Others will hold them against you. Yeah, I'm surprised. I feel like I'm bottlenecked on loot more often than I used to be when I was playing challenge mode. I wonder if I added too many customers. Dump all these blue potions. Okay, now I don't feel like loot is the problem anymore. We just got a whole bunch of items. Oh, I'm going for that. Skeletester, you know it. It's going pretty smoothly so far. We have 2 fish. Dump those things. Less potion consumption. Well, I'm dumping them all into the fishing pond pretty much. This is one of the hardest challenge modes or just normal? This is level 7. Every level adds a new difficulty modifier, and then you get all the ones from the prior difficulty levels. So this is like 13 away from the highest level one. And I have no idea what the higher level ones feel like, because I've not made it past level 7 yet. Not because I've tried and failed, just because I haven't tried yet. It's probably taken me a few hours to get to this level. And it's nice. It's a good combo of feeling pretty laid back and yet still having goals. All right, we're gonna go with this, and we're gonna send these into the fishing pond now to fight. We have 2 fish there. Ooh, they want a cloak. I have a cloak. Alright, we got our 3rd fish. We're getting a bunch of items. Looking pretty good. Probably shouldn't have clicked that. Alright, buy it. 20 gold tip. Let's get that one. Blue magnet. Although extraction was actually really good. Should have maybe considered that. We're 1 sludge away from being able to level up again. Nice, we got it. Okay, who should I upgrade? Probably the archer. Definitely the archer. And the archer should maybe go into this party. I think they're pretty good right now. 16% haste. Are they better than the mage? I'd say so, yeah. Let's take them out. Someone wants a yellow potion. They're never getting that. Oh, they just bought all my potions. I wanted to put that in there. Okay, take you out of there. Put the archer into here instead of the mage. Let's try the newest fight again. I don't think it's going to go any better. And meanwhile, let's slam 2 of you into here. I bet you're going to lose too. This is a boss battle. Yeah, no, everyone's doing poorly. All right, these characters, these are terrible. Let's put you back into there. Are these going to win? They might. Oh. Take a lot of damage out at once. Nice. Okay, cool. So we get our ogre blood potion, which sells for a lot more. Let's shrink that window. There's the potion. Let's put it into here. Got 140 gold. Feeling pretty good about that. What should we get now? Let's get some town perks. Mana. Not the weapon shop. Food critic. Okay, that's what we can afford. Now what can we upgrade? Spirit command. This is not a very interesting skill for challenge mode. Should probably change that. In fact, I don't think any of this is that interesting. Haste and lifesteal power. Yeah, let's go with that. Can you fight him again? I don't remember. No. I thought maybe I could allow that, but there's going to be some experimentation that players would have to do, and I was concerned it wouldn't be very fun, because if you lose, then it just costs you a bunch of time. But I guess we could put it in because we removed the very strict timer. Oh, max customers. That's really good. All right, so let's dump all these blue potions. Nobody wants these. But the fish want them. Oh, nice. Yeah. Wording on defeat would need to be adjusted. What does it say now? I think I might have... Oh. I think I know what you mean. When you win. I think we need the armor shop to have more display. Yeah. Yeah, I probably should stop that from showing up. Stop the defeated elite banner from showing up in challenge mode. Alright, we should probably build the treasure room now, because now I can start grinding up some keys. Or some, whatever these are. Weapons. I know what the names of things are. Oh, the fishing pond is full. Okay, let's go fight there. Alright, let's get a treasure chest or two. And send you over to fishing. Grind up some of these. Did we get the key? No. Ah, there we go. We got one key. Which one's better? Oh my god, these are terrible. They're really bad. Alright, I guess let's put it in there. Can't win them all. How's your day? My day's going really well. I'm excited because I've been working really hard on challenge mode and now it's playable. So I think we can calm down the pace a little bit. Unintentionally click that apple. I'll probably miss the opportunity to clip it. Hey, Codex. Why would I ever click it? Unless I'm a cheater. Ooh, nice. Okay, now that's really good. But that's also really good. But -1 adventure... Oh, actually, both the negatives are terrible. What do we go with? I think free treasure chest is just too good. So yeah, let's get this. And then we need some treasure room. Oh, nice. Flimsy fish. Still, I think... You know what? Let's re-roll. Let's try to get the treasure room stuff. That's good. And that's all I can afford. Oh, that was fun. Alright, so send you into the volcano. How are we doing on crops? We're doing well. Yeah. Oh, more treasure stands. That's really good because it's going to fill itself pretty soon. Because I got the free treasure chest thing. And every 45 seconds I get a free chest. I am 4 minutes away from the gold medal. And there's no real chance of me getting that, I think. Oh my god, look at all the loot. No. I don't want to lose it. Okay, nice. Alright, now let's get some keys. Can I get a key? There's one. Guess let's put this in here. I need these to fight in the next location, but they're not strong enough yet. I want another treasure chest thing, too. Let's take that one. Can I hold any more potions? I can. Right, let's get 2 of those. Let's dump all blue potions. A lot of humans here, yeah. Skill at Amazon. It does kind of work that way. Oh, nice. We got an upgrade. Oh, but it's for characters I'm not using. Oh, this is bad. Let's go with this one, I guess. I don't even have that character, and I don't plan on getting them. More treasure stands. That's really good. Unfortunately, we're 2 minutes away. We're very, very close to potentially winning this, but I don't think it's going to work. And I guess I have no reason to harvest fish anymore, unless maybe I get one more battle perk. Let's try it. Maybe it'll work out. Just dump that. I don't care. Alright, we have no armor there. They're not gonna hire him. Yeah, 10 minutes left to earn 1,341 gold. That's definitely gonna happen. What might not happen is in 2 minutes getting another 25% of my goal. I'm pretty confident that will not happen. I could hire another adventurer, actually. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do this, and let's see if they can go to the jungle as well. I don't think they'll be able to do it. But let's keep an eye on that. I have no items right now. Oh, man. Is a gold medal required to unlock the next level? No, you just need at least a bronze medal. But I wanted to see if I could get gold medals on everything. And I don't think I can. I might have chosen some bad meta perks. Also, these are dying. Oh, God. Oh, they're all dead. Actually, they're kind of close to winning. Yeah, they're close. They're just a little off the mark. None of this is going to help me too much. Yeah, let's re-roll. Special keys would be good, but I don't have any. Let's pick auto casting and just turn this on. Okay, we can start getting some of this. This will help the mage a little bit. Yeah. And it put another chest there immediately, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I think we'll get a silver medal. 4 minutes? That should be long enough. I just didn't get enough loot. Or I didn't get enough power, that's what I mean. Yeah. Alright, let's shrink these. I want to be able to see what's going on here. Oh yeah, it's Wednesday. Farm stayed 4. Well, I invested more in the fishing pond, and then the fishing pond didn't really get any better either. That's really good. I do want there to be more perks. I think content is probably the biggest thing we need to work on. And if challenge mode is in a pretty good state, then I think it's a sensible thing to do next. But if it were struggling, obviously we need to spend more time just making it good. I'm gonna just dump these. I don't think we need it. It's not even Wednesday for you anymore. It is for me. Alright, now we're getting some pretty good money. Yeah. Can we get anything else here? Customer speed? Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Dump some of these. Dump these things. Get rid of the blue potions. Critical eat. We're 10% away from the goal. So we were pretty close to getting gold. I bet it's going to take another minute. Yeah. Let's make customers move faster. I shouldn't be getting more loot. No, I want that potion. Yeah, nice. And we need boots up there. Because they want boots. Might even be less than a minute. It's like super ramped up. Let's do that and that. Dump that potion. Oh, we have to level up another adventure. They're going to win ever so slightly faster now. If they can even do another battle. We're 15 seconds away from my original estimate of 1 minute. Okay, but now customers move faster. That'll help. 7 seconds. 5. 4. Come on. Okay, we were off by 1 second. Anyway, that got us the silver medal. So it says by earning a medal, you unlock the next difficulty level. So we earned 10 perk points? 11 perk points? Wow. That's quite a lot. All right, so I do want to write down observations. I feel like we need more content, perks, twists, and meta perks. And the perk point ramp up across difficulty levels may be too fast. I got a silver medal on level 7 and got 11 perk points. It seems like a lot. Maybe it's not. So now I can go to the title screen. So I got 33 perks in that run. So now I can go to the next level. Next level is new customers appear every 8 minutes rather than every 5 minutes. And I can pick better perks than what I had. So yeah, I think if you're trying to just win and get the most money, I think the best perks seem to be expanding your shops and getting more customers. Like those on their own are probably the most impactful. And then I think the quick move menu. Well, let's get that one. Before I head off, did you say you prefer getting playtesting feedback in the form of a video? Any other playtesting feedback, notes, or preferences? So yeah, I'll try to make this pretty quick. So the prereqs for you as a player would be to have the demo fresh enough in your mind that you're not confused by the systems. And then if you've never played challenge mode before, a video of your gameplay with you narrating your stream of consciousness would be good. Yeah. And barring that, write-up of how you felt is fine. So the main question I have is, do you like this mode? Which is pretty much the same as like, did you have fun? Which is pretty much the same as, do you want to keep playing? They're all sort of different questions, but they're kind of the same. For each rank, does it show which medal you reached? Not yet, no. This is still a work in progress. And I think it'd be nice to show you that eventually and maybe put your run history directly into the game. But I want to make sure that we're building on a mode that is fun, because when I launched this like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, we didn't have any of these. Meta perks didn't exist. You didn't have a difficulty selector, not like this at least. And you had something called specializations. These were essentially like a bundle of meta perks. So there might be something like farming spec, which says start with the farm and start with all farming perks mostly maxed out. So you'd play this and it was a slightly different experience from the fishing spec or the fighting spec. And I thought that was kind of cool, but it was like, okay, well, once you beat farming spec, you kind of don't want to play it again. So this way you have a reason to try out different play styles. You can keep changing your perks up if you want. All right, take care, Unknown. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for offering help. Okay, so let's try this. I think this is going to be easy mode, and it kind of makes me think that maybe these should cost more. The shop storage perks should probably cost more. They seem incredibly powerful. Same thing with having more customers. All right, let's try it. Start a new run. I kept my perks right, yeah. And I got, yeah, I got another starting customer. Okay. Does it say the level here? Yeah, it does. All right, I'm done checking. Let's try it. Oh, wait, one last thing. It restored, or it saved my metrics. It didn't? Oh, why not? Metrics server, post 500. Database is locked? No. That's why it has the journal file. Darn it. And I just deleted my run, didn't I? Maybe not. I can hit load game. Did that publish metrics again? It did. Oh, well, that's kind of a mistake, but fine. So now if I refresh this, I should have my save file, right? And this says I was on level 7. Yeah, level 7. Reputation earned. That doesn't tell you how much you earned, but it does tell you how long you took, right? 2041. That's probably correct, but 34 minutes and 1 second. Yeah. All right, nice. So that's saved now. So now we got to go to the title screen. Perks refund will be free by design. Yes. Yeah, I'm not locking you into this stuff. All right, so let's get all our same perks that we had. We got those, we got that, and then I got something else, right? I have 14 points. What did I put it in? I don't remember. I wanted to have the same loadout that I had before. But I don't know what I spent. Oh, no, I didn't have an extra 14 points. I just won again, which gave me more points. I should only have 3 points remaining, I think. Oh, man. I don't know what to do about that. But I think I put the last one in here. So I should have minus 11 points. More specifically, I should have like minus 11.6 points. Subtract like 1160 reputation from my score. All right, well, we'll play as though we don't have that extra rep. Wait, is that something a player could do? How did I get bonus rep from that? No, that shouldn't be possible. What am I talking about? If I load game again, go to the title screen. I have 83 points. I start a run. I load game. I go to the title screen. I have 94 points. Okay. Well, how is this happening? Oh, God. How many should I have even had now at this point? I wonder. I should have had enough for this, this, and this. So I need to now subtract 38 perk points. Save file. I need to figure out what this bug is caused by. If you have a completed challenge mode run and you reload the game, you'll get more perk points. Yeah, I'll look into that later. All right, let's try the run. Let's start this. I think this one's going to be easier. Oh, these characters. Oh, hey, the mage is level 3 already, though. They got both of the upgrades. They have lifesteal, haste, dodge, return damage. Wow. Victory screen is re-rewarding points. Yeah, it is, but I just don't know how that's possible. Because it should be re-rewarding it on a save file that didn't have them. Oh, I don't have the quick move menu? Okay. I think I doomed this run from the start. Also, how are they getting this much loot? This is super lucky. Wait, this is super lucky. What's going on here? Shouldn't they? Yeah, I was gonna say they should get like 0 items sometimes. Wow, they're cruising through this. It's an arm workout with that 5-pound mouse. It's not 5 pounds. What is that? One of those like honeycomb cutout mice either? Wow, I have enough to already get another adventure. Yeah, the storage things are kind of just crazy. These characters are bad. Let's just throw the paladin in their own battle. Can they even win? Yeah, wow, the difference between having 2 and 4 storage slots is bonkers. Yeah, the paladin can win. It's just going to take them forever. Wow, that was lucky. I guess that means we can get... Oh my god, they won't stop buying stuff. We can get a building. What do I want here? Let's go for the farm. Hey, they want a cloak. Nice. And I'll get another building before I move on from this. Or should I get another adventure? They're gonna go buy out this whole shop probably. There we go. There we go. Oh, 2 people want cloaks. Now I'm not getting any potions. Alright, let's get another building. Oh, yeah, I'll go for the garbage slime. And let's just dump all the extra items in here. Alright, I got a town perk. Ooh, cloning. Love it. Yeah, love it. Let's dump all of these. Yeah, I'll put this on here. Ooh. Thumb position was awkward. Doesn't work on Mac OS. Man, input devices not working on a certain operating system just seems wild to me. I'll get another town perk. I don't think getting town perks early on is a good idea, actually. And I don't think any of these are good. And 8 keys is probably the best one. Let's go for that. Might look at my piddly amount of gold by doing this. Okay, we're going full mage power this run. All right, what do I want to do there? I think let's get another adventurer and then we can go to the next location. Yeah. The less loot difficulty level is very punishing. I have space. I do have space. Nice. Okay. I like this. We're keeping up with everything. And we're still selling for some money here too. Yeah, garbage time is pretty nice early on. All right, I want to get another adventurer, like I said. We're going to get that in 14 more gold. Should happen pretty soon. We got another worker. Jareth. Welcome, Jareth. Love that name. I said pretty soon, but then people just stopped buying stuff. Let's just do this. There we go. All right, new adventure time. Who are we getting? Let's go for the archer. And then let's dump all these characters out of battle and go start up a new one. I'm waiting for the paladin to finish. Done. Cool. What am I holding? Good. No, I lost the potion. Another mage one? Just gonna always pick the mage if I see them. All right, so now buildings wise, I think the warehouse would be nice, but it's not necessary. And now that we have the garbage line, we actually don't really need to worry about too much. So I'll get some town perks. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's try to get the farm a little bit more powerful. Which means we need a lot of potions, but I want to sell my potions. Another town perk. Ooh, this is tough. Hey, Alt F4. How's it going? Thanks for the raid. Hi, everybody. What have you been up to? I have not been watching a lot of Twitch lately. Even gaming stuff that I used to watch, I've kind of just put on hold for some reason. So I am not up to date. But we're testing challenge mode here. I just launched a new version today, and there are a couple things about this that's going to be a little bit hard to show the specifics of without me losing some of my progress. So I'll just talk about it briefly. But the way challenge mode used to work is you used to enter it with a specialization, and then there were just difficulty levels like easy, medium, hard. Now there's a difficulty track, so it goes from level 1 to level 20, and you slowly progress your way up it. And instead of getting specializations that are as rigid as like start with these set of things, you can now pick the set of things you want to start with. So it is more flexible than it was before. And we're doing some testing to see how's the pacing, is this fun, are there any big changes we want to make. There we go. Nice. That person wants a blue potion. Nice. Hey, Robert Tables. Long time no see. Alt F4 is going deep into clawing back AWS stuff in his home lab setup. Lots of Kubernetes things. Good stuff. Oh, cool. Yeah. I remember he was mentioning some home lab stuff a while ago. And I think taking control of all of that and just kind of managing it yourself, especially for a DevOps person, is probably very exciting. All right, I'm going with this for sure. We should maybe get another adventure. Maybe, I don't know. Let's get the next town perk. I think it's going to be a twist. Oh, I never even picked this. Let's get cloning. All right, twist. Free treasure chest. Love it. Shop storage, though. That's really good. Oh, man, both of these are really good. All right, let's go with free treasure chest. I already upgraded the treasure room. I need to unlock it now. Nice. Building my own on-prem AWS. Yeah, exciting stuff. How's it been going? Do you like the process? Have there been any frustrations? Also, if you want to go, I totally understand. All right, I have this character, but this is not a very interesting upgrade. It's basically just some minor stats. This one's probably the best, but I don't want to get this adventurer. Fine, let's hire one person. If the mushroom's there, I'm picking it. Okay, fine. then there, that decided for us. Great. Woohoo, we're getting money now. All right, I want treasure room stuff. Although well water is pretty good too. As is spicy cooking. We should get a free treasure chest pretty soon. I think it's been almost a minute. Those should just appear there. Is it there yet? Yeah, it's there. Nice. And because of our innate keys thing, it starts with 1 minute less on the timer. Okay, now what do we do? Probably the cleric. That one actually looks pretty good. This one's also pretty nice. I'm gonna go with the cleric. I love haste in video games. I think it's so cool. Okay, so once this is at 4 minutes, we'll get another treasure chest. 95% to income. 95% to income isn't actually that bad. I don't think it's that punishing. I wonder if I should have made it even more punishing, like minus 7%. Should probably consider that. Maybe make plus X% income more impactful when negative. Maybe minus 7% at a time. It's been good. TLDR, bare metal Kubernetes, runs all open source block storage, ingress, Lambda's executor, metrics, and now object storage. Nice. Hey, I have a question, and maybe this sounds ignorant. Are you ever done with DevOps? Is there an end game where you're just like, everything's running smoothly? Because it reminds me of that, the South Park episode of World of Warcraft, where they get to level 60 after killing boars in the forest. And they're like, now what do we do? And they said, now it's time to play the game. I just keep thinking of that with DevOps. Like, all right, we're going to get our on-prem data center. And then what? and then we get to code another on-prem data center. Actually, there are a lot of hobbies that are like that are just kind of money sinks, or you never really get to your end game thing. Keyboards are like that to some extent. Tech companies always have problems. Well, tech companies do, but if you're doing this stuff for yourself and it's not for a company, then presumably you'd get to the point where you're like, okay, my needs are met. And that's kind of what I was wondering about. I get that you yourself can have a tech company, but like presumably the development pace needs to then generate the problems that you go and solve. But yeah, I think it's an interesting realm, and there's a lot of capability behind these things. Everything I did in AWS to on-prem. I'm the source of my own problems. So let's say you did that. Let's say you snap your fingers, Alt F4, and you're like, it's tomorrow. You wake up, everything's done. Your servers are running smoothly. There are no, I don't know, errors. Everything kind of mends itself. What do you do? Drink a beer. Okay. Then wait for the next problem to present itself. We have a lot of money. I don't even know what I want to get here. Probably both of these. And then probably some adventurers so I can start up another party. Take a vacation. Ooh, dog spirit. Raise the power of an ally every 4 seconds. Yeah, let's get that. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, good. I was like, that might have been a dumb move, but I don't think that was a dumb move. Can they fight in the next area? I think everything's too strong for them. Well, let's send this into here. Hey, Miles. Why are you moving from cloud to on-prem? I'm guessing it's still muted, so I can't add any info here. All right. We need those boots. Town perk. More treasure stands. Yes. Very good. We're getting treasure now. I just need that stupid quick move menu. Are they winning? I didn't even look at this. Oh, yeah, they must be if we're getting boots. The paladin died. The archer's probably about to die. No, they won. Nice. Good job, team. I raised you well. We need a bow. That's not a bow. Give me a bow. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Probably one of these two. Customer speed. They died that time. Oh wait, no, the mushroom died. What, really? How do you die? Are you winning any of these? Have I been paying attention? Oh my god, they're just terrible. Look at this. They can't even beat a bat. Oh my god, how horrendously bad you have to be to die solo in your home turf, the forest. Are you not a forest mushroom? But I'll hire another adventurer and then they're gonna do great. Hey, they won that time. But now they'll definitely win. I need to get a bow for that person. Did they leave? Yeah, they left. But that person wants a bow and they look practically identical. I've got just the thing. It's called the Rogue and the Mushroom Fighting. Ooh, battle perk. Hey, for the Rogue. Nice. I need more workers, which means I need one pair of boots. Can I also get some bows? Nice. There we go. One for everybody. Don't need this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Wow, the blue potion's just giving you 1 seed is a pretty crazy change too. All right, they got their thing. Challenge is to see how robust a cloud platform you can have at home. Yeah. Man, oh wow, I've got a bunch of items. I need a pair of boots. And I need that. Alright, let's sell some of this. Some of this is probably gonna disappear. I don't think I can get to this in time. Yeah, we already have as many of those as we can hold. Okay, so stop fighting over here. This should not happen. And I want to increase the speed. That's not even the right thing. I want to increase the speed of. Put this in here. Get rid of all these blue potions. Nice, 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 nice. Get rid of that. Put another blue potion in there. Maybe one of those. All right, we have managed all the inventory space. And look at all the treasure chests we have. I can't just open them all at once, though. I need something. Oh, man, this is so good. Okay, let's take that. Yeah, let's go with that one. Innate keys. Okay, yes. Okay, let's open one chest. And then let's make workers move faster. And dump. Oh, God. I won't be able to handle all of this. All right, good, good. Just put these in here. I need more workers. Like, desperately need more workers. And I don't think I'm going to get more workers. Hey, Dickett. Do you have any performance issues? How many people are walking around max? I haven't had any performance issues, but I also haven't, like, super stress tested this. But yeah, I don't notice any dips, any lag, any delay in playing the game. Okay, I have a lot of stuff just hanging around here. That would probably be good if the mushroom wasn't terrible. How am I doing? 28%. I've got another 15 minutes. I think what I said about the storage perks is true, but I think giving enemies plus 50% power is probably a little bit crazy. I should maybe tone that down. Or allow you to level up your adventurers more somehow. I'm not even using the Witch Doctor, right? I don't even have them. Well, we got all these chests at least. What's in this one? Mage stuff. That's pretty good. Mage stats increased. Witch Doctor is going to be super powerful if you unlock them. That also means they're making a lot of money. Yeah. Kind of funny how that works, right? I feel like there's a whole business around optimizing a business. And that it's something you can't typically focus on if you're like startup size. I think we take selective loot. I don't even know if that's going to work for us, though. I wonder if this should be a meta perk. I'll write that down. Plus 50% enemy power is also very punishing. Selective loot should be a meta perk, probably. Hey, Shot, I'm doing well. Yeah. And I guess choosing it when you get free chests is difficult. Let's try it and see if it works. I gotta click this and then immediately click the thing and pick mage or something. Whoops, I clicked buy. Oh, darn. I didn't mean to do that. All right, let's just turn on the weapon grinder. Also, what is all this witch doctor stuff? Yeah. I'm getting some loot, just not a lot. I should probably just hire the witch doctor if I can. There they are. How powerful are they? Plus 50 health and 50 or and 10 power. That's pretty good. They could probably go fight in the volcano then. I didn't take that bursting horde. I wasn't even looking. I think bursting horde is good with zombie legion. Otherwise, I don't think it's that good. All right, they're very easily winning that. That's good. I have the paladin. Double strike is actually pretty decent. Let's take it. Remember your long ago streams with roofer noise on stream? Yeah. Man, it was going on forever. We don't live there anymore. We wanted a place that had indestructible roofs. So our place now has 14 roofs, each one more secure than the last. Max customers, I gotta take it. Quick move menu, I gotta take it. I should have taken it originally and I just didn't. More witch doctor upgrades, a warrior upgrade. What is going on in this run? I have a bunch of potion slots. Let's get rid of. Oh, they want a blue potion? I've got a blue potion. Alright, we'll dump those in there. We don't have space for that stuff. Oh, whoops, I'm making keys. I probably shouldn't have done that. This has mage stuff in it, right? I guess let's put it in this one. It's not even a special key or anything. That's pretty nice. Oh, we can get another one. None of these are great. Let's re-roll. Alright, I'll take that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think the farm ramps up fast enough either. I think we need some sort of like farm crop multiplier. I don't know how we're going to do that. Always good. Zombies always dying. Yeah, but there's not a lot of zombies. So if there are 4 zombies in a battle, it works out to doing like an extra 30 damage, which isn't bad. All right, so I'm going to select the mage for this and then just hit maybe later. It remembers that it's the mage. Oh, nice. We got spirit color stuff. It's like almost entirely been witch doctor items, though. Oh, full farm. Dump in some potions. Probably turn off the weapon grinder if I haven't already. I did. All right, we're looking pretty good. Mage things again. Okay, great. Let's go with the expanded warehouse. Oh, man. I'll go with that one. I'm going to send them to the next location. I don't think they're going to win. Maybe with a witch doctor they could, though. Let's get rid of the paladin and put in the witch doctor. Wait for that battle to end. There we go. All right, dump some of these. Ooh, getting all of our carrots and just carrots because I never upgraded the farm. Oh, man. Are they winning? It's all up to the mage. Are they going to be able to do it? Oh, God, it's super close. Yeah, I think they're going to win. The snake stayed alive? Really? Wow. Well, that's going to be a little bit risky. Can we upgrade this at all anytime soon? And another 3 carrots. Now 2 carrots. We could also start to get the next quest. To give me another worker. Mage getting healed by the spirit color pass? No, it's just got lifesteal. The only spirit color pet that can heal is the fairy, and I don't have that one. But it's got 11% life steal. But I think this time, yeah, I think this time they're going to die. I don't think they can even win. There's probably no possible set of hits that will let me win. Is it? Oh my god, if the archer takes the next hit and dodges it, no, they died. Yeah, that's too bad. And now I have no items, but I can upgrade. And there's a mage choice. Let's take it. 12 fortitude? They have 4% damage reduction now. All right, I'll take it. There should be a twist pretty soon. I'll take max customers. Ooh, special keys. I'm gonna take Blue Magnet though. So I have no items now except for this. There, now I have no items. Oh, there we go. They can do something. Nice. That'll keep them busy. Free treasure chest is just so cool. In fact, I wonder if it'd just be a perk in this game mode. Or maybe like a rare perk. Alright, looks like they're gonna win. Give me all the loot. Yes. That is all the loot for sure. Dump these in here. We could even grind some of these up into keys if I wanted to. Oh, wait. Mushy's not even a worker. I don't have them doing anything. What am I doing? We have 7 minutes left. I'm at halfway through. I'm having fun, though. I think it's been enjoyable. I'm just not doing very well. I want the next twist. Here it is. One more adventurer, but enemy stats are even higher. Or higher crop value, but treasure chests have less loot in them. You know, honestly, I'm going to go with this one now. I don't think plus 40% is great. But the carrots end up giving one more whole sludge. That's pretty nice. Dump all these potions. And now we're getting a lot of loot. I like that. Actually makes me think we should hire one more adventurer and just send them into the forest. And then dump all their stuff. So starting with less loot. This has 4 items in it. Yeah, I guess it's not great. Ooh, nice. We're getting loot now. I'll grind up a couple of those. You got a key. Yeah, we don't really need to use this key. Put it in there. It'll make the mushroom better. There we go. I need harvesting efficiency. But it's already paid off. Twist that I got. Improved empower spirit. Improved steady shooting. That's probably really good. Clear rocks. Love it. I just need harvesting efficiency now. Or any other farm perks. Any farm perks I can find? That one's good. And that's all the money I have. I don't have space for any of that. Get our 2 carrots. It's just a carrot farm. That's it. That's all we're growing. High fructose carrot syrup. Don't try planting anything else here. We'll get approached by a skeleton. I kind of like expanded warehouse, but yeah, let's go for it. Because I don't have a ton of space. I guess it's going to be more important when you're on the higher difficulty level. Okay, now we get all the potions in there. That person wants a glove. I don't even think I'm getting gloves. Battle perk? Mage? Haha, mage. What level of haste are they up to now? 36%? They're like a class unto their own right now. They were at full life when they ended that battle. Alright, I'm going to grind some of these up. We had a couple of keys. Nothing great. Let's put those there. Has warrior and golem stuff. I don't have either of those classes. Okay, now we're getting quite a lot of items. And I really, really need harvesting efficiency. Is any of this important? Not really. Harvesting efficiency. Alright, let's dump all our items in there. The 348 people is probably mostly from the Kiboga raid, and then Alta 4 also raided. Because, yeah, I don't... It's not like I tend to get a lot of viewers anyway, but especially when I'm just playtesting the game. The way I look at this is I kind of have to do this. I could do it off stream, I guess, but it's nice to take a break every once in a while and just have fun playing the game. Okay, I do like max customers, but I really, really want to get harvesting efficiency. Two people want gloves. Let's go get them their gloves. They come from here? Yeah. Because I want them to be customers again. And right now they are just wandering zombies. Enough of those with the witch doctor. Yeah, nice. We're selling a lot of items. Okay, there are some gloves. We need space for them now. They're too far away, but they are walking there. So that's good. Let's grind up some of these weapons. I also desperately need harvesting efficiency. Where is it? I'll take cloning. That's the next best thing. That's decent. Oh, all the gloves. There they are. All right, so get rid of these things and just put gloves in there. There. All right, so get out of there. We got enough gloves. I think they can go to the deep forest now. Where's harvesting efficiency? There it is. I got it. I finally got it. I can harvest a bunch of crops at once now. Hey, they got their gloves. Nice. Now we need to dump some potions over there. They lost? They can't even beat that? They call themselves adventurers? Are they like losing by a large margin? Well, the archer died. Spear caller died. Yes, they are losing by a large margin. Yeah, that's a shame. Yeah, I think plus 50% enemy power is a little too much. I guess let's get them back to earning something. Cleric. I don't even have the cleric. I should probably hire some more adventurers, huh? Yeah, let's get one. Cleric, sure. What's your level? 4. Okay. Throw you into a battle with them. Put you over to the jungle. And then keep it going. Take care, Leap Your Girl. Thank you for the channel support. I hope you have a good night. Pecans. I wonder if he likes those. I know Edna always joked about pecan sandies, but yeah, I wonder. I don't even know what I need at this point. I think we're gonna get the silver medal, so I don't think any of this really matters too much. But let's get both of those. Those both seem helpful. Silver medal's at 36 minutes. Yeah, I think we're gonna get this. And how much? 5,200. So the goal went up as well. I think it's fair. It's probably possible to get a gold medal. Yeah, I should probably just turn this off now. Just sell everything. None of this matters. It'll make the battles very slightly faster. Like, how much are they winning in? 20 seconds? Yeah, it'll be like 19.5 now. Yeah, nice. Alright, we need loot. Alright, so it was 20 seconds. And it is 19.6. Like I said, very tiny change. Alright, we got a lot of loot here. Wow, treasure chest having less loot is pretty obvious, huh? We're about to win. Actually, we're about to win in pretty much the same amount of time it took us to win the first time around. I guess, again, as a testament of how powerful the increased storage is. Yeah, we're about to win. Not even the 34-minute mark. I just sell that. Nice. Okay, so again, that should have recorded the metrics over here. So there's our new set of metrics. The first one took us... What's the elapsed time? 2041. The second one took us... 2024. So it's 17 seconds faster. Yeah. And we got silver. You get 12 perk points. Whew. We should probably fix that bug with reloading. Mr. 246 PM. Alright, take care, Presley. Alright, so the next level would be the garbage slime gets hungry slower. Alright, I want to figure out this bug. If you have a completed challenge mode run and you reload the game, you'll get more perk points. So let's mute the game. And let's close all these tabs. Alright, so what gives you perk points? The details thing? Does this give you reputation? I guess we could just search for total reputation plus equal. There it is, modify reputation. So this is getting called. And I just click load and it happens. It's when I click load from here that it happens. So modify reputation is being called from this call stack. But then how is it actually affecting how many perk points you have? It's probably modifying something in memory and not reflecting what's on disk. Yeah, we call this in progress. And then doesn't something save this? Grant reputations in ready? Or in init? Huh. Strange. So sure, this is going to add to what's there. Let's take a look. Yeah, grant reputation. Let's go up again. Set next difficulty level. This is just an init from loading. Perhaps initializing is not what should set this thing. I think the part I'm confused by. Oh, when you win, we save the increased number of perk points. And I guess every time you win, we save it again. Save challenge mode data. Just save. Save game. Show end screen. Yeah, I see. Okay, so what should be happening here? Because that's the other thing. We shouldn't be uploading metrics every time, too. If you load a file and loading is what caused the end screen to show, then we don't save, don't grant rep, and don't upload metrics. Because I'm probably getting multiple runs polluting the database now, right? Surprisingly, no. How is that? How is that the case? Oh, because the run ID is going to be the same. Yeah, 409. In fact, it's probably printing that out right here. Run ID already exists. Okay, so we already have deduplication just by means of having a unique key in the database. But that's the least of my worries. The getting double progress is the real worry. All right, let's look at that call stack again. Game starter loaded. We call on money changed. Didn't I prevent this from happening? Challenge details. On money changed. I thought... Oh, we call her loaded there? Is that anonymous thing in there? Yeah, it is. Yuck. Hey, thirsty drink. Went to an AI conference full of PhDs. AI director kept reiterating that agentic AI and AI toolkits are to augment. Had an entire slide where their phase 3 had their whole workflow except a supervisor replaced by AI. She claimed I misunderstood. Could you get an AI to augment that answer for me, please? Imagine if a robot just comes over and plucks you from the audience and is like, well, sorry, I'm not going to ask another question here again. We'll augment you. Oh, man, I don't know what to do about this. I wanted to show you the end screen if you reload a game so that you know you already beat it. But I guess if you're reloading a game, we already know that you beat it, right? Because we saved that. Do we save that? Ended? Did run end. Oh my god, it's right there. Then this should be dead simple. Right, because as soon as we reload this... Hold on. Did run end. Yeah. Oh, we don't reload this? This? What? I guess we just don't need to. We should restore the same game state that we had, right? Did game end. Game state's not ongoing. Yeah. That's the problem. I guess we need to set the game state to be over already. Reached money goal. Is that what shows the thing in the UI? Show end screen. It is. Okie dokie. So we got to fix some of this stuff. So this and this should probably not be here. Hey, Wendy. How you doing? She literally gave the use case of doing an entire literature review, which is a key task of researchers. Yeah. I mean, I will say this, like conference stuff notwithstanding, these jobs are going to get replaced if people find that they can be replaced. I don't think there's any stopping that from happening. I just heard from someone, and I don't know the details of this, but there's some like graphic design thing that just came out in Figma. Maybe users of Figma already know about this. I should probably just search this actually. Figma AI feature news. Maybe it's this Figma Make AI prototyping tool. I wanna just. Is it this? Okay, well, I'm not going to read this whole thing. But anyway, there's some feature here that this friend of mine suggested that maybe graphic designers won't be in as high demand as they were. And like, yeah, maybe they won't. I don't know. But I feel like these are the winds of change. So I guess what I'm saying is there's some amount of lamenting this and thrashing against it. And whether or not you advocate for it, it's still probably going to happen. I'm not saying it's not sad. There's not a lot of negatives to this. I think there are a lot of negatives to this. Also, I think in general, and there are a few times in human history this has happened, where like a job is just outright invalidated or essentially invalidated. And if it's skilled labor, then thinking of the individual who presumably went to school, looked forward to getting this job, got maybe a job or started working up their career, or maybe got even to senior level or something higher than that. And then they were like, well, this job doesn't exist anymore. That's got to be terrible. And if you made it high enough in your career, you could be like, okay, well, maybe you made enough money where it doesn't matter. But if you're just starting out, or if you haven't started out yet, or you're 1 year into your schooling and then you find out like, well, there's no point in this thing existing anymore. That would be quite a shame. I don't think it's a good thing at all, but it's coming and most of us will be unemployed. Yeah. That's why you got to get those Skeleseller bucks now. Because when everyone's unemployed, they're not going to buy games anymore. I'll be able to sell Skeleseller for 17, 18 cents. People will refund it and be like, I need that money. I can't afford milk. How do we price labor with these toolkits if AI is doing literature reviews? Yeah, I don't I don't think those are generally the concerns of the people who are pushing this technology, or at least not speaking at conferences. I think I maybe 1, maybe 2 games left before it's over. I don't think it'll be over. And I think, at least for the near future, skilled creation is still going to be important. But yeah, the way I always kind of said this, and I know this is a point worth arguing, so this is not uncontroversial, but you don't need AI to replace a programmer to have fewer programmers. So if everyone, again, this is hypothetical, if everyone got 10% more productive, you better believe companies would hire fewer people. They'd be like, we're getting the same work done, so why do we need that many people? And I think this combined with sort of the mass Twitter firings that happened, or layoffs, or whatever you call them, I don't know. This sort of proved to companies that, oh yeah, you maybe don't need the workforce you had, and tech workers are paid a lot anyway. Anyway, I think that combination is going to lead to fewer programmers, fewer content writers, fewer graphic artists, fewer AI researchers, or regular researchers, I mean. Cost and time to fully train as an electrician. Must have 5+ years of work. They've been trying to replace programmers for decades, still haven't done it. I don't know if they have had any promise at replacing programmers. Like, regardless of how people feel about this stuff, vibe coding is a thing, and like you can make basic tools with no coding knowledge. Basic tools, sites, etc., maybe prototypes. This on its own, it's already a thing. I don't think people would argue this. Like, I did this on stream the other day. I made the basics of the metrics server by just asking it to make me the metrics server. Now, granted, I need to know enough about, can I validate that this thing is working? But there's some verifiable work out there that you don't need to know anything for. If you were to say something like, make a site with a button that shows you a cat picture, you might not know if the code is right, but if you click the button and you see a cat picture, then it solved your problem. It might be the worst code in the world. It might be, I don't know, whatever. Like, there are some problems where that's all you needed. And as long as it's not, uploading all your bank account information, then you're fine. So I guess my point is, this has proven now that there's a very real way of having non-coders make things. Whether that represents an existential threat at this point, I don't think is substantiated. But if this grows, if it makes it to the point where people are like, you know what, I'm vibe coding and I'm not generating a bunch of technical debt, it's just adding features like a human would, then yeah, maybe we're in a different case. Tech debt associated with this efficiency tools, or the process is no longer understood due to reliance on agentic pipelines. Yeah, but I think this all, like, when I say near future, I think you will still have skilled people guiding AI instead of the other way around. And this is what a lot of big tech companies are doing now. They're having like AI-based features or tests or bug fixes, and then a human reviews them. So ideally, it doesn't really matter who generates the code. It could be a cricket flapping around on your keyboard, and if it generates code that at least looks good enough and then a human reviews it, it might as well be that a human generated it at that point. That's assuming that the review process is good, of course. When I was at NCR, they also had layoffs, not big enough to get media attention, but most of the layoffs are offshore workers after the product sold was done. Yeah, it does depend on the company, but I've seen personally some of my friends affected by this, some family members affected by this, by layoffs in tech. They're not offshore people, they're living in the US. So it's impossible for me to know, like 10 years ago would that have happened with the same people. But it's not just offshore people, and it's not just certain companies. I mean, I think there were more layoffs post pandemic than there were probably prior to that. Although that's me speculating. I don't have the stats on that. I just suspect that to be true. It's expensive for enterprise use. Teaches you coding as you use it. AI is expensive for enterprise use. I think employees are expensive. So anything that improves their efficiency is probably worth it, as long as it's not the cost of another employee. Like if you spend $1,000 per month on a dev tool, I think that's justifiable at some companies. Also, just consider this. Like, consider average revenue per employee. How do we do this at tech companies? I thought Valve was the highest. I don't think this is correct at all. That's some AI summary. Okay, never mind. It was pulled from this. I don't believe this. But anyway, yeah, some of these companies apparently they're making quite a lot. But if you just look at something, if you are to trust this, which again, this is just the random first search result I found, TikTok's at the low end of this, Amazon's at the low end of this. When you're making $400,000 per employee, spending an extra 10K a year on a better computer or AI tooling or something is a drop in the bucket. Hey, cyan finger. Also, some of the companies own those AI services. So like, imagine you're Google, you're not paying what consumers would pay for those AI services. Although in some cases it works in the reverse way too, because they subsidize it for consumers. So then they're not paying the subsidized cost. People are sold the idea that AI would make your life easier. Really is only about saving companies money. I mean, it will make your life easier though too. And I think probably most people in this stream have used AI to some extent, right? Probably you've gone to ChatGPT, you've typed some things in. Maybe if you're a coder, you've tried out some kind of either vibe coding or Copilot or some sort of smart autocomplete. You've probably at least intersected with it, whether or not you still use it now. And at least for things like that you'd use ChatGPT for, think of research, think of, I don't know, vacation planning, think of ideation for something like that. Writing an email to somebody, proofreading stuff. It can do all of these things very well right now. And those are things that make our lives easier that also save companies money. So I think it can be both. And as mentioned, I mean, I've used it for some stuff. I used it for this earlier today. If we look at quest data, I had to come up with 50 names for a medieval fantasy game. And like, they're just names, right? But I would have had to come up with 46 names or 50 names or whatever on top of the ones I already had. And now I didn't. So like, yeah, it made my life easier. I know that's not something that an LLM needs to do. Could have done some like Markov chain based AI to come up with names, but my only point was it does make people's lives easier. People say Twitch isn't profitable, but if Twitch is using AWS, isn't it kind of free or very low cost? Yeah, I think you still look at things in a major company in terms of profit centers and cost centers, so that you can't just like totally write off cloud usage. So like, let's say there was a team at Google that was, you know, kind of technically using like $20 billion of cloud resources. It's like, that is still a cost at the end of the day. And also you can't use cloud resources without impacting the hardware in some way, right? Like every minute that a computer is online is another minute it could fail in terms of hardware. I'm talking about, you can write whatever software you want, but at some point the wires, the silicon will crumble to dust. Hey, Rabbit. And again, Aviator. I always check when people say long time no see. When was the last time they were here? And you were last here on December 7th, 2023, which I think was the day I was back. December 4th. Okay, so it was just a few days before that. What happens in the end is the project ends up getting too slow to make changes. Hire programmers, they quit because it's too complex or mismanaged. I think you're thinking of a specific scenario though. Like, you're probably thinking of the more sort of large corporate scenario, but think of the smaller scenarios. Like let's just look at Wix, for example. Wix is a site builder. think of how many people use Wix instead of hiring like a web developer. Maybe their site is slower than normal. Maybe it's a little bloated, but like they made a site. It probably cost them like $10 and they're happy with it. Now they've got their blog online when otherwise they would have had to hire someone and maybe pay, I don't know, $300 or something for that blog. So I think these no coding tools or even GUI forms, they helped people and they probably met a lot of the needs that they were trying to meet. And it's just not like it's changing, you know, mega corpo computer science culture. Never on Twitch anymore. Glad to see you're still active. Yeah, I've been working on Skeleseller for a while now. It's been going pretty smoothly. I use it to rewrite stuff I write to make it more succinct or effective. I then review it and edit it to my taste. Yeah. Yeah, I think when I think of like what are some sort of uncontroversial statements about AI that I can make that are important for the conversation, one is that it can help everyday people already with the current capabilities. So like I don't think many people would argue this. They might argue on certain realms, like maybe for coding, they might say, okay, it's not that great, but like, yeah, like I said, proofreading, doing research. I had it explained to me when I was trying to buy speakers, like what is it that I want to buy or what would be compatible? And it led me through some things I wasn't aware of. And I think it did a better job than my own research had done up until that point. Because I was finding things that people were posting online, but they were like half complete answers. It's like a Denver coder situation, but with buying speakers. Anyway, there are probably more here. I'm not trying to make a joke here about only having one item on this list, but obviously I have a lot of other controversial things I could say, but I don't think this is controversial. I have a feeling you can't create database tables. No, but even by saying that, I think you're still focusing on a scenario. Like creating a database table is probably not something that, you know, the person who wants a blog site necessarily needs to have. So then to draw the conclusion that like, oh, hey, they've been trying to replace us for a long time. And look, these GUI coding tools haven't done it. It's like, I don't think those were supposed to have done it. I think they were supposed to help a certain category of user. And I think they did that. And I think something like Wix is helping people make sites. I mean, even Wendy in chat just said, I use Wix. So like, presumably Wendy's getting help from this. Could Wendy make a website on his own? Yeah, probably. Like, but does he want to spend the effort doing that? Probably not. Trying to remember the name of a game, but couldn't. I knew its mechanics. Oh, nice, yeah. Did you create a UML before starting the project or during? No, I made a design document, which I guess I still have, but I don't really consult anymore because it's evolved a lot. This ended up being 50 pages long. I tend to make a lot of notes and a lot of documents. And if you've ever seen my notes site, you'll find very quick proof of that here, because I take notes on basically everything I do. Even just scrolling through the list of notes is probably many pages long. And I haven't even expanded all of these. But like, I guess if I expand from the bottom, it won't move the page. So like, here's some of the notes. There's like 1,000 of them or something. Even the document I'm working with on a day-to-day basis, like this thing, this is 26 pages plus 48 plus 30 plus 94 plus 23. I don't know how many that is. I wasn't adding them up in my head, but probably like 200 something pages. Oh, I think the scene is frozen. Oh my God. I've been showing stuff on screen for so long. And it's been frozen that whole time. I've never had that happen mid-stream. Sorry, Xyletics. Oh, I was doing so much stuff. Thank you for telling me, both of you. I'm sorry. Yeah. Let me give you a point. Let me give you a point. It's too bad. One thing that kind of interests and bothers me for some reason is the idea of a genius. Like if we look at brilliance in history, they were exceptional in one thing they looked at deeply. Would our modern day genius be someone who can effectively use generative AI? You know what I kind of think about is when you consider the limits of human genius in a like a computer impacted area. So chess, I think, is a good example. I think a lot of people would probably call human chess players at the top level geniuses. Now, whether or not everyone agrees, again, I don't know, but probably most people would use that word like he's a chess genius or they're at the top of their whatever, the top of the world. And yet a computer stomps everybody now. Like there is no human chess player that can beat whatever that something fish. What's that called? Stockfish. Yeah, I don't think anyone can beat Stockfish, right? They mentioned that on here. Strength relative to the best human chess players was most apparent in a handicap match. Won each half of the match 1.5. I don't know what this even means. Anyway, I don't know. That was my understanding of this at least. I didn't see it's debugged. Oh yeah, sorry. So the notes page, I think I closed it already. But yeah, I think I linked it in chat. If you take a look at the notes page, is all I was talking about. All right, my point is for the GUI-based tools and no-code platforms that they're trying to market as tools, you don't need to program anymore. That's how they're marketing the AI as well. I think marketing has always been somewhat exaggerated and sometimes somewhat adjacent to the product itself. So like, let's say I were marketing VS Code to you. I could say something like, it'll make you smoothies. It doesn't. It can't do that. But does it matter? It's still a good product. So I think if marketing tries to say something like, this will replace, I don't know, half of your team or something like that, it's like, that's just a marketing statement to get you to use it. It still accomplished a very important goal. So I think they're gonna market AI as whatever, help your personal life with this stuff, help your professional life, get rid of some employees you have, save costs. Some of that stuff's gonna be true, and some of it's gonna be exaggerated. No, but that's what I'm saying. Like this concept is a marketing statement. I don't know how they marketed no code solutions. I assume it was, hey, get a leg up in the industry. And I think it did help people get a leg up. I think that's the only point I'm making. I don't think it was like these tools failed if the marketing North Star was get rid of coders and it didn't get rid of coders. I think that's the wrong way to look at it. I think it's like these tools can still succeed and they did help people and continue to help people. Anyway, I set out to work on this bug and then I got like super sidetracked. If you have a completed challenge mode run and you reload the game, you'll get more perk points. So this happened from UI calling show end screen. UI.show end screen is called from the challenge mode details saying reached money goal in end game. So challenge mode objective details dot that calls this, which grants you rep, but you would already have been granted the rep. We need to keep track of whether the game had already granted those rewards once, which we do in the form of challenge mode save data dot progress. Is it in here? Yeah, it's right there. No, wait, that's not run ended. Challenge mode objective detail save data. Okay, there. This dot did run end. The issue is that we don't read that when we load because we just end the run again. Yeah, hopefully not many people run into this problem because I do plan on fixing it, but I guess you could already cheat if you wanted to. Yeah, it's better than the GUI-based stuff. I'm just saying they've been trying to do it for a while, and corporations eat it up and end up reverting back to old-fashioned flesh and blood programmers. No, I get that you're saying this stuff in good faith. I appreciate that. I think it goes back to my statement about I think programmers are here to stay for the sort of midterm future, medium term. I don't know, medium term. But I do think they're going to get more efficient such that people will hire less, fewer of them. Also, so I live in the Seattle-ish area, and here there are a lot of big tech companies. Amazon, Meta is here, Microsoft, Google, probably a bunch of other ones. And I have friends who work at a lot of these big tech companies, and I think almost all of them are trying to push AI on the workers themselves to get them to be more productive. So what I generally think is going to happen is that efficiency thing that I mentioned. So if you think that right now one engineer is equal to, let's say like 100% of a task, that in the future it'll be one engineer is actually equal to like 120% of a task, and then you'll just hire fewer people with AI. I did an interview a while ago with a friend of mine, actually. Her name is Sharon Lowe, and she works, I think still, actually don't know if she still does, but I assume she does, at GitHub Copilot. Yeah, here, interviews. And I thought it was a pretty good interview. I liked it. One of the things that she talked about in it is something you just reminded me of now, which is why I'm going to link to this, which was the name Copilot was very specifically chosen because it wasn't supposed to replace you. And I do wonder if it does eventually replace them, if they'll just call it, oh yeah, now it's GitHub Pilot. It's flying the plane and you are but a passenger. Anyway, that was one of the things that I liked. And the other thing that I kind of like talking about is she used to be part of the, I think it was like the ethics and maybe sustainability team at Microsoft. And then they canned that whole team. And one of the questions I think I asked during the interview was like, okay, so then who's doing ethics when it comes to AI? And she said essentially it's supposed to be instilled in all of the different employees who are there. And as a like a corporate answer, I think that's good. I'm also not trying to like I don't know what's the word? I like paint her in a bad light or something. She's an employee at Microsoft. It's not like she's setting the direction for all of this stuff. And yet I think there are certain practical aspects that I kind of mentioned earlier. Like if AI is going to be successful, people are going to use it no matter what. It doesn't matter how you try to stop them. Just like how if you can't regulate someone's ethics, they will eventually do something unethical. Okay, so I want to do this stuff. I don't want to do this right now because I think my brain is mush. The increased levels are start the defeated elite banner. Yeah, this is the biggest thing I felt of during the run. Like I still want the runs to be even more different from one another. They reduce their workforce to one minimum wage employee working 24/7. That's not true. They'd get 3 minimum wage employees working just 8 hours a day. They would never go to that extreme. I had some thought the other day. I don't remember if this was on stream. I don't even remember the context of this. Like, let's say you became the head of Microsoft, and they're like, you can have 10 employees. I think we were talking about this on stream. Like, what would you do to try to make the most money? Again, this is a hypothetical. This will never happen in real life, right? No one will ever say this company can never get more than 10 employees that currently has like 100,000 or 200,000 or something. But yeah, how could you possibly like you wouldn't keep a VP around or something, would you? Like you'd probably get some like hyper productive IC employees. Would you pick me? I'd pick you for 9 of the 10 slots, yeah. But then we have one more slot. So who do we pick? I don't know what that thought process is supposed to indicate, by the way. I just thought it was a fun hypothetical. Like if you have a company making billions of dollars and then you fire almost everybody, like 99.99% of the people. What do you do? A comedian? Just to entertain you? Aren't they just called a jester at that point? And then you're the king? Finalize improvements for the playtest version. Pushes to playtesters. Playtested for myself in the afternoon. Yeah, I think to piggyback on this, I think there's some like play sculpting we'll have to do. Just increasing the difficulty is only fun if there are wildly different runs within the challenge track. And right now, the only thing changing your runs are twists. Maybe we should have one more that's introduced somewhere. It always feels like it's a while between the second or the first and second twist. Did I play Silk Song? I played for about 10 minutes, but I played with a keyboard because the Switch 2 Pro controller doesn't work on Game Pass for who knows what reason. So that game is not meant to be played with a keyboard. I got frustrated. But I didn't like Hollow Knight. So I don't know if I would like Silk Song even if it had worked with a controller. I played Hollow Knight for about 2 hours and it just felt too slow to me. I wanted it to ramp up faster. And I just wasn't that interested. It kind of makes me wonder, like, let's say Hollow Knight had been released back in 1995 and then Super Metroid came out now. How would I feel about Super Metroid? And I gotta say, you can have the exact same game, but in two different settings. So if you think about it, the overall genre is a Metroidvania. And both the Metroid series and the Castlevania games are kind of on opposite ends of the setting spectrum. This is like high tech, space, aliens. And this is, what would you say here? Like, I guess kind of Middle Ages, vampires. There's a word for this. I don't know. Anyway, they're on different ends of it. I like the more spacey things, I'd say. Hollow Knight is, I don't even know what I describe the setting as. It feels more like a planet, like lots of insects. And it's kind of dark. Yeah. Gothic. Gothic's what I'm thinking of. Not Middle Ages. Played a ton of it. It's difficult and not in good ways. I'd like to try it with a controller. It's just I have Game Pass, so it's like I don't need to pay for the game because I already have Game Pass. But then I can't use my controller on it, and the controller that would work, a friend of mine is borrowing. And I don't want to take it back from my friend because then he can't play the games he wants to play. And I don't want to buy a new controller because I already own one. I just need to get it back from my friend. So yeah, at some point I'll probably give it another shot. How should they be different? How should what be different? Are these 10 employees in addition? No. It was replace every employee, and now you just get 10 total. Like I said, I don't know what this is trying to even illustrate. Just a fun thought exercise. Yeah, I almost kind of wonder why keyboard controls are even in that game because I played for about 10 minutes. You only have like jump and attack at that point. But I could see what the other keys were going to be, and it was like sprint. Just jump, attack, and sprint in any game. If you have these three things and you're playing with a keyboard, I just can't imagine it's going to be all that fun. Or at least not with, I think you had to move the arrow keys. I think that's why it wasn't that fun. Maybe I could have rebound everything so that it would have made sense. Because I was going to say, like, first-person shooters have this. They use WASD and then typically, like, shift or control and then attack. I guess attack would have been on your mouse. And I couldn't use the mouse. How is Silk Song doing on Steam? I imagine pretty well. Huh, only very positive. 72,000 reviews. There's a breakdown by language now, right? And I heard that the Chinese language version was not very good. Yeah, simplified Chinese is mixed right now, as is Japanese. Apparently, Japanese Steam reviewers are the most negative Steam reviewers because it's part of the culture for some reason to only leave a review if you have something to like kind of criticize about the game, I guess. That's at least what I read about. I don't know that firsthand. And the only ones that are overwhelmingly positive are Spanish, Portuguese, and Spain and Latin America Spanish. Interesting. That's curious, right? Huh. Yeah. Wonder why that is. Can't imagine Super Metroid keyboard. Oh, me neither. Yeah. I think the controller worked really well for that. I have some hunches as to why they review harshly. Well, China in this case apparently reviewed harshly because of the translation. And apparently it's something that the developers acknowledged and said, yeah, we'll try to do better at that. So that sounds reasonable enough to me. But the Japanese thing I heard, at least in general, was due to, like I said, the culture of just, yeah, you want the game to improve, so you leave a review. I wonder if it widens the ability to use non-traditional devices with the game. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, it could. I know there's things like Joy 2 Key or whatever. Maybe there's an opposite version of that. Let's use a keyboard as a controller. Took about 6 to 8 hours to start to kick in and provide the charm. Definitely less forgiving than Hollow Knight. I wonder if I should go back to Hollow Knight then. But sitting for 6 hours through a game with the hope that it gets better, I just don't like that idea. I try to stop playing games as soon as I'm not having fun anymore, which is harder than it sounds sometimes. Because sometimes you like the idea of having fun with the game, even though you're not. And you're like, oh, I'll get back there at some point. Copies sold 4.1 million. Gross revenue 66 million. Yeah. Yeah. Man. I'm thinking with Skeleseller, I'm probably going to price it at $15 and maybe have like a 20% off thing at launch. So it's $12. I don't think it's going to sell like a million copies, but I hope it does well. I have poured so much of myself into this game at this point. And I feel like there's still a lot to do. We're almost in Q4 of this year. And yeah, October 1st, I want to remember to kind of take inventory. Afternoon. Make sure I have a reminder set for October 1st to take inventory. Rework the roadmap. Make sure everything is possible. Want to launch with. And that's in 2 weeks, yeah. Just getting tired of the difficulty and runbacks. It's a great game. Giving way too much leeway on some bad design choices. Subjective, of course. Yeah, I wonder what people say in a year or two. I mean, I haven't experienced the game myself. But there are some games that I know people look back fondly on that I don't think have aged as well as other people do. So like Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door. I think it was a great game at the time. I don't think it's such a great game now. I just played through it again, I think, last year. And it was like, it's okay. I love a lot of things about it. I just didn't really like the experience of playing it again. And I actually think a lot of pieces of media fit into that bucket of something where it's like, you're happy you played it. You had fun. You'll never enjoy it again. Like Ocarina of Time is probably in that same category for me. I liked it. I had fun. I'm probably never going to like it again. It's better than you remember. The text was slower. I couldn't stand it. Do you have any marketing plans by chance? So I've already done some marketing. A lot of it was just influencer outreach. And I tapered that off because I think it's really, really hard to develop and market. I was spending a lot of time in the evenings, like watching people's videos or emailing people or responding to things, and it just ate up the rest of my non-work time. So I want to get back to that at some point. And thankfully, there are a bunch of YouTubers who've already covered the game, and a lot of them are open to covering it again. And some of them did pretty well with their videos. So if you just scroll through the list of videos of Skeleseller, it's like there are, well, I guess it stops there, but there are a decent amount. Maybe if I click this, like a bunch of people have covered it. Some of these are mine, and then a lot of them are mine down below. Actually, I guess we could just say minus Adam here. Yeah, now they shouldn't be my videos. So yeah, I'll probably reach out to a lot of these people and ask if they want to play some more. Have there been any other videos released recently that I haven't seen? No. Yeah, this is because I stopped emailing people about this. Hey, I'll go dev. And hey, Hotel Soap. Space Invaders from Atari, not good either. There are a lot of very old games that I think you probably can't enjoy them anymore. And yeah, most Atari games are probably like that. Maybe Pac-Man. Good example would be GoldenEye, almost unplayable. Yeah. All right, I've been just talking for a while. I'm not doing game dev anymore. I should probably get going. Let me find someone to raid. It's been a good stream. I spent almost all of my energy this morning trying to get this new playtest version out. If anyone is interested in trying it, by the way, there's the playtest document. I will reach out to people in the next probably like a week because it's out. Anyone who had access now has access to the new version. But I want to be a little bit careful about pulling in new people so I don't keep getting the same feedback. So I'm going to reach out to people maybe a little slowly there. All right, who are we going to raid? I don't know. I wonder if I should find someone new. Oh man, I have such a I like the idea of raiding. I don't like the practice of raiding. I want to just raid my channel and I'm just not around. Raid someone else's channel, I mean, and I'm just not around. All right, let's find someone. Same category and English. All right, so we're looking for someone I'm not following, so they're new, and someone who's got low uptime, so like less than an hour, so they're not going to end very soon. This person's pretty low uptime. What? Software and game development? Are they making a game in Fortnite, I wonder? Maybe. Baby's first game. All right, let's rate this person. I think I rated Pheromone 2 days ago. Something like that. This person, are they making a game? They've been online for like 25 minutes, but they don't have any, like an ID open. Okay, never mind. I don't know. I'm gonna just sign off. Like I said, the practice of rating is just I have very mixed feelings about it. And if there was an obvious target right now, I'd probably raid them. But I'm also feeling pretty tired. Anyway, thank you all for being here. There's a Discord link. Trust me, I feel you. I know. It's like, okay, hosting back in the day felt something's changed about Twitch. I don't know what it is, or maybe it's changed about me. I'll probably rant about this later. I'm gonna go get some food. Thank you all for being here. I hope to see you again tomorrow. I should be streaming for just the first half of tomorrow. So yeah, take care. Bye, everyone.